side of the uh, debate, we will be supporting the handmade side since they are environmentally friendly and better for the economy. So handmade products have a lot more creativity, customization, originality, and they can also include a lot of tradition opposed to factory or manufactured products. And handmade products also give a lot more attention to detail than machines. I really don't have much else to add. Very short.
That's fine. All right, ladies.
We are on the side for factory-produced items because they are more precise, they provide people with jobs, and the fast rate of clothing from factories provides for cheaper clothing. And it is also one of the biggest industries in the world, making over $2,334 billion in the U.S. alone.
Okay, let's move on to counter arguments. Guys?
So I see entirely what you mean, but I can disagree with this since machines can break down easily, making slower production, and they can't always be trustworthy. Buying machines to do work for you is also very expensive, so while they do make a lot of money, they also lose a lot of it while maintaining their machines. And if you have a machine do everything for you as well, there's no love put into it. If someone makes a handcrafted object, they put all of their effort into it and all their love into it, and it is the best product that they can make.
One example of this is the Tech Ed nightlight. You could have easily just went out to Walmart or some other store and just bought a nightlight, but Tech Ed taught you to use your resources and make your own nightlights. And one thing that you guys stated was that it provides jobs, but manufacturing is only the 5th largest employer, with healthcare being one of the highest.
Are we done?
Yep.
All right, very good.
That, but in America, over 34 million people are in poverty, and they may not be able to afford those handmade products because handmade products are most likely more expensive because of like the ingredients and stuff to make it. So, and it's also very time consuming. So
I can't hear you. Your last statement.
it's also very time consuming.
Okay, thank you. Are we done? Anybody else for counter arguments?
I also believe that the faster rate of clothing from factories provides cheaper products overall, and the few dollars or amount of money that you spend fixing the machines, I think the faster rate of clothing and it being cheaper for everyone outweighs that.
Yeah, and I also think that it's guaranteed that factory products follow all safety and quality guidelines. Like some of them might have fire hazards just because you didn't check and see the ingredients that you're putting in your products. Like in a factory, everything is all like, you know what's putting in a machine and it's happening every hour of it, every day. Like you know what's putting in it. And how much time you're putting in anyways too.
Anyone else? Okay. All right, let's move on to, these are 1 minute bounce back and forth counter arguments for, now you can go back and forth, okay? And this is what I think your group didn't get. So that's what you're gonna have to do when you come back, okay? Go ahead.
Some businesses will not be able to survive without handmade products. One example is the sushi industry. A machine will not be able to tell the fattier parts of the fish, the stickiness of the rice. It will simply do the same thing over and over without making adjustments, which would give you good sushi, but not great sushi.
So, although I agree with that, I think handmade sushi is a lot more expensive, and it can even go for $20 a roll. And like we said earlier, there's a lot of people that cannot afford that kind of thing. So going to your local grocery store or just getting factory-made sushi, although it might not taste better, a lot more people can afford that kind.
I understand what you mean by everything can be a lot more expensive, but everything that you get that is handmade is purchased that you always feel good about.
I disagree because you don't know like where all the stuff that is in that product is coming from. And like in machines and factories, you know where all the stuff is coming from because you use it every day and it's everything's all the same stuff in all the machines. And if you get it from someone who makes it homemade, they don't tell you sometimes like what's in the product.
You don't know where they're getting their, like, it's about sushi, you don't know where they're getting their seaweed from for the rolls. Like, sorry, they can't really go out and buy, just like, normally sushi and fish stores, like, you go and you get to, like, you go get fish. If you want fish, you buy fish. You can't just, like, fish it and then go. I guess you can fish, but then you have to, like, cut it and everything. Like, it's not as sanitary as, like, a machine. You know what I'm saying?
But how is it not sanitary when machines can get dirt and rust all over the sushi?
Well, because when you're fishing, where are you fishing it from?
And I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's salt water and there's, like...
Yeah, that's where fish
Like,
live.
I agree with what you're saying, how machines can be rusty and dirty. But unlike a lot of like handmade stores and fish stores where you get the fish, machines and factories have like monthly or annually checkups to see that they're following regulations and staying healthy. A lot of places where you get fish from don't have that thing. And a lot of the time, even if they do, you don't really know about it.
I can agree with that point. That's it for us.
Wait, 16 seconds to spare. All right, closing arguments, 2 minutes. Blake and Atreyu.
Healthcare is the highest employed in the US, and it cannot be done by a machine because someone may need an actual machine being the connect, an actual human being to connect to. One major point in the healthcare field is making vaccines or a cure for something. A robot cannot test combinations of chemicals and then test it on people. An example being the COVID-19 vaccine. Scientists have to develop it because machines are not able to, because they won't be able to test the vaccine or know if the vaccine would work because of the chemicals that put together.
So people without jobs can easily find one in manufacturing. If you have an interest in what you like, say sports, you could work at a sporting like Dick's, you could work there. If you like pets, you could work at Petco. It's an easy way to find what you want to do. Whether in handmade things, you kind of have to make it yourself. You can't just, oh, I like soccer, I want to go find a soccer ball. You kind of just want to do things on your own. So it provides over 11 million people with jobs. And it attracts employees because they want employees in their friends and family to help out, because without manufacturing, so many people would be unemployed, and wages for factory workers are some of the highest in the country, and valued jobs are there forcing families too.
We done?
I
Any-
agree with you, Ellie, and it also helps the economy grow.
With what?
It provides with taxes.
It helps with what?
The economy grow and provides people with helping their taxes.
Got it.
Are we able to capture that?
All right, very good.
You could say that healthcare is expensive, but you can work in construction.